Hi, I'm Sean Wilson, Secretary for the Department of Transportation and Development, and thank you for joining us as we virtually kick off Work Zone Awareness Week. You know, this week, alongside national agencies and organizations, other state departments of transportation, and even locals, we're making a joint statement to encourage motorists to use safety precautions while traveling through work zones. You see, with all of the investment that we have in this state, as well as in this country, work zones are very commonplace. For many people in the transportation industry, highways, bridges, roads, they're their offices. They're not sitting in four walls away from dangerous cars and speeding vehicles and distracted drivers. You know, I spent time as Secretary of this department working and riding along with members of our staff. We actually joined them under bridges, doing bump grinding, striping projects, all in traffic. And I can tell you firsthand, it's a very nerve-wracking and scary situation when you're standing 10 feet away from a car holding a sign or a paddle that says stop or slow down, and a driver has a phone in their hand, or a driver's reaching back to address a kid or another passenger. It's a very dangerous thing when you drive distracted. It's hard to imagine having that as your office, but for many throughout the state, that is exactly what their reality is. In 2019, there were 11 fatalities in Louisiana work zones, 842 fatalities across the country, the equivalent of 3 plane crashes that everyone would have died in. It would be a travesty for that to happen on a regular basis, but that's what's happening on our roads. And this is a significant increase from the year before, where we had only 2 fatalities, and nationwide it was 755 in construction zones. Of these fatalities, one was a contract worker working on I-10 in Iberville Parish, and another was a DOTD employee, a young man by the name of Johnny Cole, an 11-year employee who was in the district sign specialist and was actually on the crew working in the Monroe area. Johnny and another DOTD employee were performing routine sign installation on LA 563, a part of his regular work, and it was in Lincoln Parish, when he was struck by a driver of an 18-wheeler who was going greater than 50 miles per hour and was perhaps distracted. The most common type of work zone accidents are rear ends, crashes, with the majority of those fatal crashes occurring with vehicles traveling at a high speed above that 55 or 50 mile per hour limit. All of these deaths are preventable and can be avoided if drivers simply paid attention to what it is they do and not drive distracted. More than half of the fatalities here in our home state of Louisiana in 2019 were caused by an impaired driver. There's some simple things that you can do to ensure that a mother, a father, a sister, or a brother can make it home to their families. Stay alert and give your full attention to the roadway at all times. Pay close attention to signs and work zone flaggers because they're telling you about something that's right ahead that you may not expect. Obey speed limits. Avoid tailgating. Don't drink and drive. Be rested up before you get behind a wheel. Wear your seatbelt. And most importantly, please put your phone down. I encourage you to take the pledge to not drive distracted and put life first, not just for you and the passengers of your car, but those who are actually providing the roadway that you're traveling on. It takes a second to be distracted, and in that 1 second, a life can be lost. So do your part. Join us this week and throughout the year as we bring attention to work zone safety awareness.